Hi guys and welcome back. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to do the cutout in a laminate worktop to fit your sink inside. Now this is part of a video series we've gone through and I've shown you how to get your worktops to this stage. So there'll be a playlist linked in the description and at some point in the video and at the end of the video to the rest of the videos that's got us to here. God, I said videos a lot of them, didn't I? Anyway, let's stop messing about, let's get into this and I'm going to show you how to get the sink in the worktop. Cheers. Okay, so you can see here what I've got is my sink turned upside down and roughly in place where we want it. And the way that I established that is just eye through this bowl to make sure it sits within the cupboard. Now I have got an overflow on this side. If I take you round here, you can see I've got an overflow on this as well, which comes out to the side. So I've got to make sure when I line it in with the cupboard that I've got enough room in there to get that overflow and that pipe in. So what I want to do is just on the corners, draw around it. If you can see that, there you go. So yeah, just draw around on the corners. And then what we're going to do is take our sink away. And then what I want to do is use some masking tape and mask out the area of where the sink's going. Now the reason that I want to do this is because I can then draw on top of the masking tape and I don't need to worry about getting Sharpie marks on the worktop or anything. So we'll do that. Okay, so there you have it. You can see that I've masked out exactly where our sink's going to go. So now we can actually bring the sink back over, lay that on, and we can actually start transferring marks across. We'll line that back up with our original marks that we can just about see. Only just about, mind. Okay, so yeah, so I like to set 50mm back from the face edge. I find that that's just a nice distance, it looks good. Okay, so now we've got that placed where we want it. What we can do is take our pencil and we're just going to draw around the sink nice and carefully. Don't go too deep here. Okay, so as you guys just saw, we just drew around this, if I move it back a touch, we just drew around this with pencil, but obviously we can't cut on that line because if we do, our sink's just going to drop straight away through. So we need to do an offset line. So if you see here, you've got this little ridge on the sink here, and that is 12mm back from this edge to this ridge edge. Now we don't want to do 12mm because it'll be tight and it won't give us much tolerance. So I like to cut about 9–10mm away from the line. So what we're going to do is take this sink away and then we're going to do a 9mm mark inwards, and that's going to create our lip for our sink to sit on. I'll show you what I mean now. Okay, so like I said, there's our pencil line where we drew round the sink. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move 9mm back, I'm going to do here, just to give us a bit of tolerance. And we're going to go round and we're going to mark 9mm right the way round, join them lines up, and then we're just going to freehand roughly 9mm round this radius here, and that's going to give us our cut line. So let's do that. Okay, so as you can see, I drew right the way round. I'll just draw this corner in freehand, but I just thought I'd share this to show you guys this one. So all we want to do is just roughly round that in so we can see our corners. Now you'll see that I've done this on Sharpie, and now that's on purpose, and purely that's because I don't want to cut to the wrong line. If I did both of these in pencil, there's a chance that I'd cut on the wrong pencil line. So by doing it in Sharpie, I know for a fact that I need to cut the Sharpie line and not the pencil line, and that's going to stop me making a mistake. Now there's a couple of ways that you can cut this out. You can drill a hole in all four corners and go around it with a jigsaw. You can go around it with the track saw. We've also got these rounded corners, so the track saw is not going to be any good for the corners, so you will have to finish them off. You can get a nice big hole saw and drill them corners out first if you want to. I tend to do this with the track saw, but I think for the purposes of the videos and just to show you guys, you're more than likely going to have a jigsaw. Not everyone's got a track saw, so I'm going to do this with the jigsaw just to show you guys how it's done. Yeah, and then we can turn our attention to actually putting our sink in. Okay, so there we go. So now we're at that stage. We've got our cutout done. We're happy with it. We've put our sink in. We've checked it. We're happy. What you want to do is go ahead and seal this edge. Now, arguably, I don't have to seal this one because we're putting a ceramic sink in and it's going to be sitting on a bed of silicone. So the chances of water getting down there is negligible. But we're going to do it anyway, just for the sake of the video and, you know, peace of mind really more than anything. So what I'll do is I'll just get a bit of PVA on an old paintbrush and I'll brush that on. I'll show you that now, but yeah, I just wanted to explain that to you guys before I went ahead and do it, and then you're like, well, what are you doing? So yeah, we just want to seal this edge against water. Like I said, the chances of water getting down there with a ceramic sink probably won't happen, but you never know. But if you're putting like a stainless steel sink with a rubber gasket, you probably will get a little bit of water down there. So just that extra measure just to make sure that we can sleep well at night. So let's do that. Okay, so now we've given it a bit of time to let that PVA set up on the back edges here and all the edges. It's time to turn our attention to put our sink in. So now this applies to a ceramic sink. Well, this is an epoxy sink, but a ceramic sink, epoxy sink, this applies. If you've got a stainless steel sink, you don't need to do this because it'll probably have a rubber gasket round there with the little clips that you put on. But for these types, what we're going to do is actually go around and put a silicone on there. What we want to do, we're going to use a white silicone on this, but if you've got a different coloured one, you might want to go with a clear silicone, so that's down to your discretion, whatever you want to do there. What we want to do is put a nice generous bead round here. We want it to squeeze out, and what we're going to do is let it all squeeze out and then let it dry, and then we can come back later on and cut that out. That's by far the easiest way to do it, but I'll show you that. So nice generous bead here. We don't want any gaps where we can get any water ingress in there, so let's do that. Okay, so it's now time to flip this over and let all that silicone ooze out. Like I said, we want it to ooze out, we want it to go everywhere because we want a really good seal around this. We don't want to have to be running a bead round afterwards to seal it up because it doesn't look very nice. So we want it to be bedded on the silicone. So literally a case of flipping this over now. Try and line up as you go. And really push that sink down. You can see I actually didn't get as much squeeze out there as I thought I was going to get, or that I wanted to get, but you can see like down this edge here we've got a nice squeeze out of silicone. Like I said, leave that, let it go hard, and then you can take a standy blade and just gently cut along there and that will come out. That is all now ready to be plumbed in. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay guys, so that's how you cut out and then fit a sink into a laminate worktop. I hope you liked this video. If you've got any questions, if there's anything I missed, just hit me in the comments below and I'll answer any questions you got there. Likewise, I'm going to leave you with the playlist here or here, one or the other, just so you can check out all the rest of the videos of how we got to this stage. There's a whole playlist dedicated to doing these worktops on here, so there'll be more videos to come and the videos leading up to this for you. Cheers!